Okay, so the objective is to become that type of a person. What do I need to do so that I can become that person?
Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to another episode of HE Podcasts. Today's guest is a very interesting one, carries a very large resume, and to mention just a few of the things that he has going for him and is doing. So Dr. Saqer AlKhalifa is currently working at the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Affairs in the Kingdom of Bahrain as the Assistant Undersecretary of Youth Centers and Commission. He is also the President of Bahrain Triathlon Association and has been in that post since 2013. He has received his PhD in political science from Claremont Graduate University and has been sent to Washington to represent Bahrain as media attaché. He's also a triathlete that competes in a very competitive level in the sport of triathlon, which is very impressive because he is a diabetic and he's able to be competitive and do so much. We delve into fitness, nutrition, what it is to be of service, fatherhood, and actions we can take to better ourselves. This episode is brought to you by HE Advertising. HE Advertising is a creative agency that creates beautiful film and photography for your brand. It brings your story to life in a very beautiful manner where it is engaging and captivating. Get in touch with HE Advertising for your video and photography needs. And now, on to the episode.
That's a deep question.
It's all deep today.
It's all deep.
What's your biggest fear?
Sometimes you think you're doing the right thing, and you have to push really hard the direction that you believe in, where you're headed. And then when you push really hard and you go forward, my biggest fear is that after a long time of pushing hard, you find out that it was the wrong thing to do.
You're very big on fitness, nutrition, and well-being. How do you combat those junk food cravings you all get?
Plan ahead. Yeah, don't wait for yourself to be hungry so that you can think of what should I eat. If you wait till you're hungry, you're gonna order the worst food. Order ahead of time for a few days, and then commit yourself to what you have ordered. And the best thing to do that is to have a meal plan with the company. But it saves you money. But if I don't do that and I'm at work and I'm working until 5, 6, 8, whatever, I start ordering food from Talabat or whatever it is. Every meal will cost me like 6 BD, for example, 5 BD. But if I do a meal plan, it comes with a salad, it comes with main course and so on. It costs 3 BD, 2.9 to 3 BD. So it's healthy food, planned for you, and cost effective.
What are important traits you think men should have?
I think I'm seeing a trait as an objective. Yani, okay, so the objective is to become that type of a person. What do I need to do so that I can become that person? It's instead of, I need to become it now because it's very difficult to be that person now. So one of the things is independence. Okay, so I want every single man to be able to live a life where they can look around society and look how can they help others, how can they be there to service their society, to service their family, wives, kids, moms, older men, younger boys and girls, those who are weaker in society. They need a stronger person to help them through the hardship.
What are measures and actions we can take to assume personal responsibility?
And I think what's happening right now is something that I'm totally against, which is man, woman, boy, girl, old man, old woman. Everyone is pointing the finger to the government, be like, you need to help me, you need to pay me more, you need to build me a house, I'm gonna keep on smoking and you need to take care of me when I'm sick with cancer because of my bad habits. I need to, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get that disease because of what I did, but you need to take care of me. I'm gonna get 12 kids, you better not give me a house for 6 kids. A person be like, okay, listen, I wanna make it easier for my society to take care of me That's number one. And if I am able to actually achieve where I take care of society, I want to do that. Not to achieve it, but try to achieve it. A trait that tells men to go on a path towards becoming stronger so that they can be productive in society.
What's the very first step?
First of all, awareness. It starts with awareness. I think the easiest thing is for men to understand, everyone, not just men, but everyone, to understand the importance of becoming a strong person.
How would you define a strong person?
A person that holds the steering wheel of his own life. You're not a passenger in your life. You're the driver. And you're the one who chooses which roads to go. You turn left, you go to a bar. You turn right, you go to a mosque. Where do you want? You're the one who's choosing. You turn left, you buy a cigarette. You turn right, you don't. It's as simple as that. When someone, in a very simple manner, understands and admits that they have the steering wheel, then that's the first step towards them becoming strong, and together a strong society, and together the strongest country in the world.
What brings you sadness?
What brings me sadness is when I am not able to influence positive change. Seeing something that is going the wrong way and not being able to correct it because it's not under your hands, it's not under your capabilities, and you just sit down and see things that you know can be better. You know how to make it better, but you're not given a chance to go and make it better. We have a long way to go to understand how to tap into human resources that we have, and how do we work together collectively.
What do you wish more people knew?
Lives can be better. I know that so many things can be better. When I'm given a chance to do something and to advise on something, or to, I feel there's good success. I trust myself. And when there is no chance and I see things in front of me, I'm sad when I go up to someone and I tell them, I told you so. I don't want to say it, but I say it a lot, unfortunately, and it makes me sad. I don't want to say it anymore, to be honest. Yeah, I don't want to say I told you so again and again and again. I mean, it's wasted resources.
Do you think the Bahraini market is progressing?
And one thing recently, I would say that there's a big confusion in the society in Bahrain is with regards to the issue of Bahrainization. Okay, let's give more jobs to Bahrainis. Let's look at expats and say oh, you're an expat. You're being paid 3,000 BD. That's wrong. I hate you, and I hate the person who hired you, and I think that's very narrow-minded for the public, general public, and the public opinion to see it that way. And unfortunately, the members of the parliament are like fueling that side of the argument, and I am totally against it because employment is important, but so is service. So, for example, do I care more about who is employed to give me the service, or do I care more about receiving the highest service? Do I care more about receiving the best education for my kids, or do I care about more that whoever is educating my kids needs to be Bahraini? Do I care more about when I am sick and going to the hospital that the doctor is Bahraini, or do I care more about that the doctor knows what he's doing? Yeah, it's good that if it's a Bahraini that knows what he's doing, but not in all situations. I have a friend who needs some sort of a physical treatment, and there is no Bahraini doctor that specializes in that. There's an expat, but there is no Bahraini doctor. We're a small population. If someone goes and becomes very specialized in something very small, then he's not going to get a lot of customers, right? But once in a while you'll have that customer, and so once in a while we need that customer to have that service. So what do we end up doing? We end up having full staff Bahrainis in whatever it is, and when the service is required, what do? We send that person to receive that service somewhere outside of Bahrain to pay them so much. Well, why? Why don't we bring that one person over here to give the service, whether it's in education or whether it's in healthcare, whether it's in designing, whatever it is, and people give Bahrainis chances all around the world. Why don't? This is how the world works. We're not like
Unity.
yeah, we're global citizens. We're not just thinking of ourselves. No, this is my land. I don't want anyone in my land. Yeah, it's good to have everyone employed, definitely, but it's also good to have good services.
What is your greatest fear as a father?
Yeah, it's scary at the beginning, but then it starts becoming less scary. It's scary because you don't know what the future of the kids are. So if you see something like a small bad sign, for example, did you pray Fajr? Yes, I did, and you find out it's not. You start thinking like, is my kid going to grow up becoming a liar? Is my kid going to grow up converting to a different religion? Is my kid going to grow up becoming a druggie? Just because of that small thing, you start doubting yourself so much. And to them, all they were just tired, they wanted to sleep. Or no, it's a sign. You don't know. And yeah, it's very scary. All you have to do is you can't pull so much, and you can't let go of the rope so much. That to me, and you can see it all around us. You see parents that are completely, the rope is like tight so much, but that's bad for kids. And you can see parents that have no rope whatsoever, and you see the kids, like whatever happens. Yeah.
What do you think it takes to be a good parent?
I think the best thing to do is to have a good relationship with your kids, a good friendship. If they lie, tell them it's okay. You understand, so that they don't lie. If they do something wrong, laugh about it and try to, advise in a nice way. Draw lines and limits, but not too narrow. But I think the best thing to do as a parent, not to be scared. I figured out that to be friends with my kids.